And Joe feel about COVID-19? Well, let's look at the history of what happened with COVID-19, why it's as bad as it is here. And it's bad here. I mean, we're facing a situation where other countries are talking about not allowing American citizens to travel to their countries because of how bad the outbreak is here. Well, how did we get here? How did the richest nation on earth, with one of the most robust healthcare systems, end up, or at least one of the most lavishly funded healthcare systems, end up with this situation? Well, let's look at what happened. When the first patients started going to doctors here in America and saying, "Doc, I don't feel too hot. I just got back from Wuhan, China. I'm feeling real sick, and I'm watching the news, and it sounds like I might have this coronavirus thing that I'm hearing about." It was illegal for doctors to test for it for the first 6 to 8 weeks that it was here. Why? Because the CDC had some ridiculous regulation that said that if you wanted to test for a novel virus, you had to go through a Byzantine months-long approval process to be able to test for that virus. And so what happened was people started going to their doctors and saying, "I need to get tested," and they couldn't test them. Now, thankfully, there was a doctor named Dr. Helen Chu at the University of Washington in Seattle, and doctors in other places as well, who, when the patients came to them and said, "I'm sick," they put their Hippocratic oath above that stupid regulation. They created the test kits, which apparently are easy to do if you know how to do such a thing. They tested their patients, and some of them came back positive. So they went to the CDC and said, "Hey, listen, we went ahead and tested these people. It's coming back positive. It's already here. We need to do something." Do you know what the CDC's initial response was to being told that the greatest viral pandemic of our time was on our shores? They told those doctors to tell no one, to destroy those test results, and to not tell or treat those patients, to send them home. And now you know why the outbreak's as bad as it is here. That's what I think about COVID-19. I think that it would be much more contained, and we'd be in a much less restricted and much safer situation. And who knows how many tens or even hundreds of thousands of lives could have been saved if the government had simply allowed doctors to test and treat their patients. What a perfect example of how Democrats and Republicans have set up a system that puts a boot on the neck of the market, of the people trying to solve problems as they come up. So that's my feelings about COVID-19.